Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Nation, and we have a very, very special show. I don't know why the mic levels aren't showing again. Can everybody hear me all right? I want to know because sometimes the mic levels look funny and people can or can't hear me. So please let me know in the chat if everybody is able to hear me all right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We have a really fun show for you tonight. We're going to talk about the Nation backstory, divine guidance, how we got where we're at today, what you can learn from our story. And I'm very excited to share. It's crazy. It's 7 years ago we started the Nation show. Technically 7 years in one day. We started it on 9/11/2015 to bring light to the darkness. And it is 7 years later, fast forward to approximately today, we just started our second channel, Nation Meditations. And Aya is going to put a link in the chat for you there so that you can come and join us. So we've got new meditations twice a week. Mary Fryer was just asking, we are taking your request for meditations, whether that is a full moon meditation, a healing meditation. We will take all requests, plus all of our best guests who've done a meditation. We're having them on our show as well. So click that link. Be sure you subscribe. You'll be notified every single time a new meditation goes live. So, all right, let's take a deep breath. I want to share with you the story. Now, I had mentioned there was a possibility of baby Hannah joining us here this evening. It's always a timing thing. And the timing tonight was that I went upstairs and she was kind of wriggly before bed, and I was able to get a burp out of her. Now, if you've ever had a baby, and I'm sure many of you have, a burp is a magical thing. Once you get the burp, she can go to sleep. And I'm not sure, there might be some more burp action going on upstairs, but we got that magical burp. So I don't believe it will be tonight that she's joining us. It will be probably another night, not too distant future. With that said, thank you, Georgia Hillstrom, for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? All right. If you're new to here, there are a lot of lessons that will come through for this evening. And a lot of them are through story, because we learn as human beings, or actually as energetic beings having an energetic experience in human form. We learn best through story, through campfire, through sitting around with the elders talking to us. We don't do well with somebody at the blackboard going, number one, this, number two, that, number three, that. We tend to forget that. But story, we tend to hold on to. So I want to share with you, I don't know why my nose all of a sudden clogged up. Take a moment here. Excuse me. I want to share with you our story. I think there's a lot that can be learned about divine guidance. Let me start by saying this. First off, is it PG? Yeah, it's pretty PG. Is it easy? No, it wasn't easy. That's probably the most important thing as I dive into the story. People always have this tendency to raise other people up and raise themselves down. Oh, that Michael, he's a this, he's a that. Of course it worked out for him, but poor little me. It's interesting. I am featured in a documentary that's coming out in a few short months. It's going to be a featured film at the Illuminate, Film Festival in Sedona in November, and it's called Facing Fear, and I am the first featured guest in it. And where am I going with that? We think that some people have it easy and others have it difficult. I know where I'm going with it. That one of the guests in the documentary said that we are addicted to the darkness, addicted to negativity, because in the darkness, you can tell one lie and it leads to another lie and leads to another lie. And if you tell one lie, you can get away with it. You can get away with another and another. But there's only one truth. The truth is you're magnificent. The truth is you're great. I can see people going to click off right now. The truth is you're great. You're incredible. You are the divine. You are spirit. You are absolutely amazing. But it's too easy to be addicted to the, oh, no, me. Well, I couldn't be that way and I'm not. Yes, you are. Our story is not an easy one. Not at all. I'm sure you've heard of the 3 miscarriages, the lost twin in utero. What a miracle baby I have upstairs. Our story is not an easy one. Yours may not be either. That doesn't mean you're any less incredible. That doesn't mean you're any less capable. So everything I'm going to share with you tonight, can it be yours? Yeah. Can something even greater than this be yours? Yeah. Is it just reserved for superstar Michael and Jessica? Are you kidding? No. Does it mean I have to do it their way? No. Does it mean I have to be a woohoo kind of person? No. Please, no. Be you. That's who you know how to play best. I'll challenge you to be the best, brightest version of you. But I mean, we're all trying to do that. Either that or we're hiding under the beds. And believe me, almost on a daily basis, I want to hide under the bed or more like under this desk. And this is a very portable desk. So there really isn't much of a place to hide. So if we go back on time, if we go back, do we go back 7 years? Let's go back. Well, there was the near-death experience 1, near-death experience 2. Let's not go back that far. There was the following year of breaking all of the bones in front of my heart and behind my heart. Maybe that's actually a good place to start. 2013, I had my second NDE, and it left me on Maui, kind of a shell of my former self, really badly broken. Jessica working incredibly hard for us to get out this mindful running program. Hello, had to heal. We just had a book completely and totally flop on us. We were a mess. Now, we were meditating at holding space at a meditation center 3-4 hours a day. But we were completely lost. Now, I started getting better. I started to heal. I got back on my bicycle. Soon after, Universe ripped it's the last day of filming for a mindful running program. I think you can still find it on mindfulrunning.org, or at least sneak a peek at it. Universe yanked the carpet out underneath me and bike went flying. I went flying and I broke all the bones in front of my heart, above my heart, and behind my heart. It kind of cracked me wide open. That was really the backstory for Inspire Nation, but I didn't know it at the time. But it put me finally in my heart space. All great things in your life, every single great thing that's gonna come to you ain't gonna come from you from out of here. There's nothing wrong with a good noggin. In fact, if your IQ is off the charts, pretty awesome. But the greatest answers to life's questions are found in this receiver, not these. And I was finally cracked open to where I could listen. Now, what was going on at the time? We were driving poor Jessica into the ground, making a mindful running program, which is supposed to take like a month or 2, and instead was taking several years. And it was grueling, and she was doing all the hard work, all of it. At the same time, we were living on Maui near the Big Island. On the Big Island, they were having big eruptions of the volcano, and there was volcanic fog, basically sulfuric acid in the rain or in clouds coming over and sitting over the house. Oh, joy. What do you do when sulfuric acid is in the clouds right outside your door? You close the door and you lock yourself in, right? Uh-oh. Not if it turns out you have hidden mold in the house, which once you seal it up and it's a nice humid day goes, We're in the money. We're in the money. And Jessica's going, I'm not feeling so well. And the mold is going, woohoo. Or more like a minor chord. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. And Jessica's going, woo. I'm not making light of it. She actually got really, really sick. She got sick. We couldn't get her film out or her program out. I'm broken. We're going broke. And we're still meditating 3-4 hours a day, but we were lost. I can remember, because we knew automatic writing, I just wasn't using it very often. I can remember walking along the beach with Jessica, and at this point she's a zombie shell of herself. Although getting her down to the beach was the best thing because we got her out of that moldy house. But I can remember thinking to myself, I don't want to go back. I don't want to get kicked off of Maui. I don't want to have to head back east and live with Jessica's family because I could see it coming. But if it does, I will embrace it with everything I have. I won't tell her about it now because I don't want to go. We're in our sort of dream home. It was the most amazing, incredible place. The home could have used a little work. Black mold, hello. And our favorite coconut tree outside, this giant palm tree overlooking the house, had just died of black mold. Hello. And even our amazing saguaro cactus was getting moldy. Hello. So I didn't want to tell her that I was okay if we got ejected from Maui. I did want her healthy. I didn't know we had mold. I didn't know we had mold in the house until 2 weeks before we left, when our dear friend and tour guide, David Meredith on Maui, you got to look up David Meredith on Maui if you're going to Maui, when he was helping us clean out the house, and he found an inch-thick carpet of black mold that would come to life and let off spores every time it got moist and then dried up again. So it would get moist, it would come to life, it would start to dry, and throw out spores. It'd get moist, it'd come to life, it'd dry, throw out spores. And so every moisture event, it was having a party and Jessica was getting sicker. So I knew automatic writing. I just wasn't using it. But I also knew that if we got ejected, if we hit that worst case scenario where we lost our home, that I would probably be better than okay. I challenge you to look at your life and ask yourself, am I setting myself up to fail to succeed? Am I setting myself up to fail so that I can succeed? I think we all do this unexpectedly. We stack the deck against ourselves enough to have stuff blow up so we can say, see, I told you, and then we can pivot. I'm even subtly still guilty of that if I don't pay attention. I wonder if it's something that's societal, if it's something that's epigenetic, but we often set ourselves up to fail before we allow ourselves to pivot, sort of like the drunk who won't stop drinking until he either hits a tree or almost loses his wife, or both. For myself, the tree, not for drinking, but for great change, was getting kicked off of Maui. And in winter of 2015, winter, spring, meaning we just rounded the corner to 2015, we got ejected from Maui. It happened so quickly, we ran out of funds, that we were able to get stuff from the garage into storage, thanks to the local rabbi. We love you, Rabbi. We're able to get it into storage. We couldn't even get it out of Maui. Thankfully, we had gotten the kiddies chipped. We had gotten ourselves tickets, and we ended up in Jessica in spring of 2015. And Jessica's childhood home, in her childhood bedroom, 2 twin mattresses on the floor, a little 8x10 bedroom. We had a car in the driveway. We had to leave our other car behind with our dear friend and dear friend Jason, and we just basically had to leave with almost the clothes on our back and our kitty cats. We had a car in the garage or driveway in New Jersey We couldn't even afford to get it licensed or get it registered. We often set ourselves up to fail to succeed. Kind of turning the page here. It's almost like I'm doing an audiobook. I'm back in New Jersey. We're back in New Jersey. She is basically extremely supportive and extremely exhausted. And I have to start asking myself, what are we supposed to be doing? Why are we here? What does it mean? Why is this a positive in disguise? We're best-selling authors. We had a multi-book deal. We were living not the fancy life, but we were living the good life on Maui. What happened? And what I ended up doing was a few things. First, I had started into automatic writing. But I can't give automatic writing all the credit. I can give the spirits and angel guys all the credit, but not just automatic writing. I was walking along the side of the road, highway, small highway, because I couldn't afford to get the car registered, which I mentioned. And I started talking and listening to the crickets on the tree side of the road. So you had the street side and you had the tree side. And I started listening to the crickets. And it's interesting. If you ever do a shamanic ceremony, or if you ever do an ayahuasca ceremony, one of the first things that you hear before you go to kind of another world, and one of the last things that you hear before you fully come back is the sound of the crickets. To me, it's the sound of the universe. In fact, I can hear them all around me right now. And I'm talking to the crickets, which aren't the crickets. The crickets are the universe, the angels, the guides, whatever we want to call them. And I'm saying, what do we do? Where do we go from here? And I heard very clearly in the first few weeks, what have you had fun doing? I like to ride my bicycle. I like to run. What have you had so much fun doing? You lost track of time. Well, I was supposed to record 3 interviews for a mindful running program, and I accidentally did 42 interviews. Thinking back on it, I'm so sorry, Pookie. I'm so sorry, Jessica, for making you edit 42 interviews. But God, those felt good. Those felt great. Those were fun. Interesting. I really had fun doing those interviews. I really had fun doing those interviews. Spirit, am I on to something here? Michael, feel it out with your heart. Would you like to do interviews? Would it feel good? Would it be fun? Yeah, actually, that'd be really fun. All right, you're on to something. Okay, so Spirit, all right, I'm going to do interviews. I'm going to make a ton of money. I'm going to do interviews. This is going to be really cool. I'm going to change the world. I'm going to do interviews. What's my channel? What's my show? What do I do? And I spoke with CJ Liu from Fired Up with CJ show. She's also our occasional co-host on the podcast. And she said, well, you wrote a bestseller for students with adult attention deficit disorder. What about that? That doesn't feel right. Well, you wrote a bestseller for barefoot running. How about a show on running? No. Barefoot running? No. You've got twin titanium femurs and hips, and you've got other associated parts. What about a show on healing? That's interesting. No, that doesn't feel right. A show on coaching? No, that doesn't feel right. Note, our body is a greater ear than these guys. Your full body, this is actually your ear canal of the full body ear. The ear that's plugged into spirit, the ear that's plugged into source, the ear that's plugged into your angels and guides. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't hear right. There isn't the correct resonant frequency. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't hear right. There isn't the frequency for you to take action. None of those things felt right. I remember I did for years, and Jessica and I traveled around at one point, did a crazy psycho 100 and some odd city tour in this little Suzuki SX4 hatchback crossover thing with dogs in the car, and for 1 month with a filmmaker, Adam Bricks. We love you, Adam. How does it get any better than this? Louis Frank. So I would give talks on barefoot running, but with a hope not to get people out of their shoes so that they would run barefoot. They do, great. If they didn't, great. But I wanted them to feel the earth, feel something deeper than themselves, feel a connection to something greater than themselves, and to start to experience the world a different way. In other words, I teach a school of mystics. Do come join us this Wednesday night. We are having an amazing month in the School of Mystics on learning how to think without thought. It's super cost effective. Is that the best way to put it? You make amazing friends. It completely is a life-changing experience. 4 Wednesdays each month. Come join us for our School of Mystics. What I was doing with barefoot running is helping people to start to become mystics or mystics in training. I just didn't realize it. So I thought about all of these different shows, and I thought about what I'd been teaching with barefoot running and what was most interesting to me. And I realized that with every single show, there was a thread, a golden thread or a silver thread through each and every show or a kind of show. I call that the through line. And the through line was leading to one place. You want to teach about spirituality. You want to teach people how to become a modern mystic. And I could hear when I was talking with those crickets, when I went into automatic writing, when I did my meditation. So, Michael, if that's what you want to teach people about, why would you have a show about anything else? Why would I have a show about anything else? That's a really good question. And in that moment, when I realized that all of the shows that I was coming up with Thinking Mind were excuses for not doing and teaching and sharing what I wanted to do, share, teach, Inspire Nation was born. I didn't know it at the time, but I was leaving my excuses at the door. Now, Jessica came up with the title for Inspire Nation. She was laying in bed almost all day, every day. And I believe she would still say that the nice thing, if you can, I'm going to put that in quotes, the nice thing about mold toxicity is it didn't leave her with the ability to think. And I believe that helped rewire her, helped heal her, and things came to her. So it's sort of like the old, it was E.F. Hutton from the 80s, and E.F. Hutton speaks, people listen. When Jessica spoke, I would listen. And she said, what about calling it the Inspire Nation Show? Too big, too bold, too generic, too everything, too much. And I went quiet. I walked and talked with the angels. I spoke with the crickets. There's a tree in Florham Park. I want to say Florham Park, Colorado. It shows where my heart is. We're in the Poconos. My heart is still in Colorado. Wildfire chased us out. A story for another day. And who knows? Maybe we'll get back there. And story is just that. It's just story. Florham Park, I would walk to the town center. And there was a tree, not too dissimilar to a tree out here, which has somebody had nailed eyebrows and a nose to it. And I called it Tree Spirit. I would ask Tree Spirit a question, and then I would sit down with her and listen to what Tree Spirit had to say. And we had many, I won't call them conversations. I wouldn't talk back and forth with Tree Spirit. I would go out there, I'd pose a question, I'd sit down, and I'd kind of come back with an answer. And the answer one of those times, it has to be Inspire Nation. It has to be. So now that was May, June, I'm going to call it June, beginning of June 2015. So what did I do? I didn't know these famous authors. I didn't know who to contact. I knew I was going to start a podcast. Um, I took one loosely speaking course on podcasting and decided I was going to go for it and go for it in my athletic style with everything that I've got. And so that summer, I contacted everyone I could, starting with some amazing publicists. And these publicists helped me get some initial guests. And I remember I would put out 20 requests for every one person that would say yes on the show. First request went out to, and he still hasn't been on the show yet, Tony Robbins, because you might as well start at the top of the food chain. And to me, that was Tony. We love you, Tony. And I put out these requests and I became no deaf. And occasionally someone would say yes. And that first summer, I began recording, didn't have the right equipment, lost some recordings early, didn't have the right technology, lost some more recordings. Jessica said, there's no way she's going to edit anything. Lost many a sleepless night. I can remember one day when she said, I need you to change software, editing software, and I need you to learn it by tomorrow. When Jessica speaks, people listen. At least I do. And I did. I don't know how I did. I made it through that first summer of recording as many shows as I could. And I remember feeling like I let some people down because I promised them the show was sooner than it did. But I ended up stockpiling a bunch of shows until I felt ready. There was a fear in me that I wasn't ready. It wasn't the perfect time to start. We got to September of 2015, and I looked at and asked Jessica's dad about Chinese astrology and when is the best time to start something. And that jived well with a very interesting date. And that date was September 11th. And I was like, wow, we could start the show on September 11th, considered an auspicious date that year in the Chinese zodiac, and bring light to the darkness. And so on September 11th, 2015, we uploaded a whole bunch of show to iTunes. We didn't start on YouTube yet. It took a day or two for them to reconcile and go live. And then the shows went live. And we very quickly climbed the charts to the top of the new and noteworthy shows. How does it get any better than this? Which is a platform or a kind of a showcase of the newest shows, only the first 2 months. But we weren't bringing in any income. We're living in Jessica's childhood bedroom. We're not bringing in any income. Her parents are saying, Michael, you're going to have to find a way to bring in income or you're going to need to be a school teacher. And it was wise of them to motivate me. What am I hearing off camera here? Oh, I've got a baby Hana listening in on the story. She knows the story, but I don't know if she's heard the story. And so we started the show. We became number one. And we're trying to figure out how to monetize this thing. And we didn't do regular advertisement at the time. I don't even remember what was the first way that we got in money. But I remember maybe it was 3, 4, 5 months in. By the end of the year of 2015, we had brought in $50 for the month. How does it get any better than this? And Jessica's mom came to us, and I believe she had just turned 70. And she really wanted to retire. And she said, am I going to have to get a second job to support you guys? If you want motivation, that's it right there. Not to mention the meetings that I had to sit down with them and explain why I didn't have income coming in yet. And so I started my coaching business back up. I started teaching again. The money started to trickle in. I was also doing, say that again? I didn't want to start the coaching again. I got pressure from family. And at this point, I'm diving into automatic writing on a daily basis. And I heard, You can do it. As the Adam Sandler, is it Robert Schneider, actor Rob Schneider? Doesn't matter. Uh, you can do it thing goes. And I was resistant. This is the thing. You'll often find your greatness in your resistance. You'll find your greatness in your resistance. I resisted it. I started coaching again. Now realize I was 7 days a week. Plus, we were doing guided meditation 7 days a week for the first 100 shows. I did a guided meditation as well, which is why we're starting our meditation channel today. Do come subscribe. You'll love it. And I'll put the link there. I was doing a guided meditation a day plus 7 interviews a week. It was craziness, and started coaching. But things started to turn around. 2 key things helped moving forward. 3. 1, getting Pookie, Jessica, to the gym because she started to heal. The light started to go on and she started getting more energy. 2, listening to Jessica because she was basically in a meditative state 24/7. And so she was hearing from spirit. This is key. When you think stuff isn't going well, go quiet and listen. Not to the poor me, woe is me. Listen to spirit. Or lately, there's so much going on in my life that when I lay down in bed, I call it the no thought zone. I'm not allowed to start ruminating in bed. I'm not allowed to go, well, what's going on, yum, 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 with the show tomorrow? And what about that bicycle and national championship? Yum, yum, yum. No, it's the no thought zone. In the no thought zone, thoughts of spirit can chase you down. What's the show tonight called? Proof divine guidance works. We were listening. 1, get Pookie to the gym. 2, listen to Pookie who's in meditation. 3, go to my automatic writing and methodically start writing to spirit and listen with everything that I've got. We started bringing a little money. We started bringing a little bit more. Jessica's brain fog lifted. So cool. It took us, I think, 2.5 years before we moved. Is that right, Jessica? 2.5 years? Okay, so 2 years. It took us 2 years to move. And we moved because Jessica's parents were selling their house. And we had a miraculous opportunity from listening to spirit. We were trying to figure out where we could go. We couldn't figure it out. We said, I give up, spirit. You guide us. The next thing we know, we've got a phone call from somebody going, I've got a place for you guys to live. How does it get any better than this? We went through that year. We came to January or New Year's Eve of 2000 and maybe it was 18. And Jessica said, we need to build an automatic writing program. Really? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, it's New Year's Eve weekend. We've got a couple days. And we did. Each step we asked, we felt stuck, we listened. It wasn't, we asked, we had beautiful, glorious answers, and we stepped forward, always in the flow, always in kumbaya. No, it didn't work that way. There was an energy of feeling stuck. There was an energy of stagnation. There was an energy of, I've got to do something here. And that helped power me forward, power us forward. So if you're feeling that right now, and you go, something's wrong, something's off. Why am I even listening? Because I'm not feeling good. Everything's wrong. No, it means everything's right. It means there's an energy building up behind you that if you let it, will help guide you where you're meant to be. So we feel bad. We feel stuck. We listen to the energy. We feel it's push us forward. We relax into it. We surrender. We step forward. And we rinsed and repeat and rinsed and repeated. And before you know it, we were in Colorado. Interesting thing, out of automatic writing, what I'd been hearing for not quite a decade, but for quite a while, since the first time I did automatic writing, you'll be a leader, you'll be a teacher, and you're speaking before thousands and thousands from up on high on a mountaintop. Well, in Colorado, we lived on a small mountaintop on our house, up on high, speaking before thousands and thousands of people. I was even invited to the Nobel Peace Prize Summit as a future leader. Hello. All from listening to this divine guidance. When COVID struck, is that the way to put it? We started our boot camps because we wanted to help people. That came out of listening to Spirit, which turned into our School of Mystics, which again, come join us Wednesday, came from listening to Spirit. But each step of the way, we'd feel stuck, we'd feel off, something would feel, frustration is the best word. But we didn't let frustration get the best of us. We let frustration drive us into the silence or drive us into listening to Spirit. And then we always made the scary choices. And I'm going to open up to questions very shortly here, but I encourage you, if the decision feels insane, but your heart pulls you toward it, pay close attention. It may just be that feeling of insanity is exactly the energy you need to get you stepping forward. Starting a show with no money, with no experience, with no anything. Meowsers, I cannot give you extra food right now. I am teaching a show. I have a kitty just off to the side who is starting to hack up a box. The thing about this kitty is there is food waiting for him, usually 2 or 3 choices. And yet he will shred things. Starting the show felt insane. Moving to the Outer Banks of North Carolina, which was our first move, felt insane. Moving to Colorado, which is our next stop, felt insane. Getting chased out by wildfire and going into an RV felt insane. Every step of the way has felt crazy, has felt insane. And yet we've stopped, we've listened, we've stepped forward. We stopped, we listened, we stepped forward. We stopped, we listened, we stepped forward. Meowsers, I cannot help you right now. My apologies, everyone. I don't wonder if you can even hear it on camera. Him shredding a box. Hold on one second here. What can we do to gently let Meowsers know that we can't help him yet? I have a roof feather, but I don't think it will get toward him. Meowsers, there is lots of food for you. If you have kitties, you understand. So, we're in the Poconos now. We're in an amazing mountain home. We have abundance beyond our wildest dreams. We have ability to reach people beyond our wildest dreams. We're offering classes that are like our way of giving back that are amazing. We're being featured in a film, and there's a whole documentary series coming out from the author of What the Bleep, of which I'm being featured in as well. All of this, every single step, even baby Hannah being upstairs, came about by getting frustrated, by stopping and listening. Let's add one key piece to this, and then I want to open it up to questions. And hopefully I've covered enough of the story here, but feel free to ask your questions here tonight. I'd not ask the Job question of why me, God? Why did this happen to me? Because really, nothing's happening to you. So hard to understand. Meowsers. Nothing is happening to you. It's happening for you. It's happening through you, but it's not happening to you. It's for your highest good. But asking the question, what can I learn from this? Or where can I go from this? I'm not going to go there this evening. Next week, we may do the class or may do the YouTube live on spiritual cleansing. I got food poisoning earlier this week. How did it get any better than this? And I had a mild hernia from getting hit by the car this fall, kissed by the car, and it tore the hernia. Ow. Now, I can go, why did this happen to me? What did I do wrong? Why did I get sick? And I never get sick. This food poisoning happened because I was taking on too much and I hadn't figured out what the next step was in throttling back. Let you in on a little secret. The farther you go on this path, and there is no better or worse, but the farther you go, the more instant your karma. The more you're out of alignment, the faster it will catch up with you. Or the more quickly you're out of alignment, the faster it will catch up with you. And getting a herniation is caused by what? Taking on too much of a burden, trying to lift too much. Hello? Ow. The body is always speaking to you. The universe is always speaking to you. It speaks in whispers. Bam! Or it speaks in very loud noises. I would consider last week somewhere in between, because all of it was easy relatively to fix. We're still going to have to figure out what to do about this kind of mild herniation going on there. It'll all take care of itself in time. But you get frustrated, you stop, you go quiet, you listen, and you ask. You want to be empowered. First off, School of Mystics, I will teach you all of the tools you need to raise your vibration and get to the other side of the veil so that you live a different way. Asking is a key piece of living a different way. When you learn how to ask, the poopy stuff becomes the most powerful stuff. It becomes powerful, positive steering in your life. Why did I get kicked off of Maui? Not the right question. Why am I stuck in Jessica's childhood bedroom? Not the right question. What can I do to rock it? What can you do to rock it from here? Now, that's the right question. Where do I get to go? Right question. What is possible for me? Great question. What am I capable of doing? Awesome question. What would I like to do with all of my heart, soul, and might? Now you're talking. I can tell you right now what I want to do. I want to teach. I want to speak. I want to be interviewed. And I want to write. I want to play on my bike or running. I want to spend so much time with Hana and traveling around and with Rue and the kitties. And did I mention I want to write? I want to write. I want to write. That's why I'm on the semi-sabbatical this fall with less interviews. I want to dive into these other pieces of the puzzle. I want you to listen to the I of your heart as well. Be selfish to your heart, because the heartstrings that are pulling on your heart, these strings are from universe. They're from source. They are not coming from you. And when you listen to them, not only is anything possible, but it will happen. That's what you want to do. Be afraid, be scared, be angry, be pissed off. Don't worry about your energy going down. It can come back up. Mine is just always going up. Although I know people like I are here tonight are going, can we have it a little more steady state? I would like that too. However, it's the trend that we get to watch. It's how much you're plugged in that we get to watch. It's how much you connect with spirit. Proof divine guidance works. Our lives are proof. Our baby is proof. Everything about it is proof. Has it been easy? No. Has it been perfect? No. Do I still go down? Yeah. Do we all still go down? Yeah. Is it sometimes really ugly? Yeah. Is there crying? Yeah. Is there joy? Yeah. Is there amazement? Yeah. Is it so much incredibly better than I ever expected? In so many ways, yeah. And in ways I didn't expect. But again, I'm not going to say it's perfect. Heck, Oh, I love that place in Colorado. I love that place in Maui. There's going to be someplace better. And I'm open for it. And so I want you to basically stop, drop, listen, ask, and then step forward at everything you've got. Again, come join us. I'm going to open up to questions here. Then we're going to do meditation. Come join us for our School of Mystics this Wednesday, 4 Wednesdays a month. You will love it. It's a life changer. It's a game changer. What's a mystic? It's someone who's energetically sensitive or called too sensitive and doesn't know what to do with it. But it means you're a wayfarer. You're a light bearer. Once you understand your gifts, it means that you're a mystic in training. You're someone who learns how to see without eyes, hear without ears, and think without thought. This month, we're teaching you how to get in frequency, how to get in vibration with the universe, alignment with the universe, so that the thoughts and downloads come to you without effort. That's what we're teaching this month, 4 Wednesdays this month. And of course, 1 Wednesday each month, we do a clearing exercise as well. And we had a clearing just a few weeks ago, and people can tell you in the chat how powerful that was. And you get a whole past library of classes as well. And so you can do that clearing. You could do that clearing later this evening. And boy, does it help get you light and remove wounds and blocks and traumas and all of these strings from other people and energies that are stuck and glommed onto you from other people. You're finally able to cut these cords and cut these kind of energetic leeches, from putting it another way. When you join the School of Mystic, you get all of the past classes, include those clearings and so many more. And then do check out our meditation channel and subscribe, where we're going to have, we've already started having 2 brand new meditations twice a week. How does it get any better than this? So I'm going to take a sip of water, going to answer your questions. And I think baby Hannah may have just gone to sleep. So I get to be a little bit quieter. No, I'm okay. All right. I'm told I'm good. All right. Hold on here, everybody. All right. Question from Mary. We love you, Mary. Do you get writer's automatic writing experience or meditation block? And what do you do to snap out of it? And is this part of the healing I am going through since my big shift in life? I feel like I need to be doing something. I feel like the guides are telling me to be still. It is hard to do. Is this a test too? Mary, first off, we're never tested. That test is a very human Western concept. Tested by our parents, tested by our teachers. There are no tests from the universe. It is all pass and pass. There is no fail. We can learn easier, we can learn harder, but there are no tests. And there is both energetic karma, not a test, and there are lessons that I call circling around the mountain. You may learn the lesson again and again and again until you get the greatest understanding from it. But they're not tests. Now, do I get writer's block in automatic writing? There are times where I'm not as plugged in as others because I'm worrying so much. That is true. Although even there, with practice, Mary, the words were able to come through. Meditation block. There are times where I've had terrible meditations, where my mind is just going and going and going. So what's my job? Be there with the meditation, even if the mind is going jibber jabber, jibber jabber, jibber jabber. Just don't jibber jabber along with it. Watch the mind, watch the jibber jabber. Don't participate in the jibber jabber. A big part of snapping out of it is putting myself in an environment, really an environment of sweetness. Walking on the beach, walking by a creek or a riverbed or a path or a forest. It was Pyramid Rock, New Jersey. That was the place where Jessica first said, you need to write your book, Automatic Writing. And I'm like, no and hell no. Again, what's rule number 1? Pretty much listen to the Pookie. She's always right. I got an automatic writing after that as well. I fought that too, but eventually Jessica and automatic writing won, and I wrote a book on automatic writing. Everyone's going, you got the wrong guy. Me teaching channeling? Me an expert in channeling? Got the wrong guy. Apparently not. We've even got a Shift Network program on learning automatic writing coming up. How does it get any better than this? But that pyramid rock was a place we could go and we could drop our thinking. So, Mary, I love you to get outside of yourself, get to someplace expansive, get to someplace fun or peaceful where your mind is not going jibber jabber, but understand the universe is asking you to stand still right now so that it can fill your pitcher. If you keep moving, your pitcher is tilted. And as the universe goes to put in more water, it just keeps spilling out and just keeps spilling out and just keeps spilling out. All I want you to do is go like this for a little bit and let the universe fill you up with energy and then carry you forward down the stream. Love you, Mary. Susan Slate or Slay. Are the animals communicating with us here now? Like Meowser, like my cat, Callie. Animals are always here. They're on both sides of the veil a lot more than we are. They're always communicating with us, and our loved ones who've crossed over the rainbow bridge are always speaking to us if we would listen. Now, some are chatterboxes, like my pet vole Mole. Others, like Pumpkin, who is my coyote mix, a hybrid for 17 plus years. She's gone kind of walkabout. I can get words out of her, but they're not that common. But she's always there if I ask her. There is my service dog, Sawa. She's kind of merged with me. She is always here every moment of every day. And she's always communicating with us. Now, as far as our animals that are here with us, yeah, they are always speaking to us. The quieter we are, the more we can listen. Now, we're looking at getting a much smaller RV for traveling, like going to Sedona for the movie festival. Maybe come join us. Doing my best to find a way to get us there. That's November 5th. Would love to see you in Sedona at the Illuminate Film Festival. I'm having to have talks, both in automatic writing and literal talks with Rue on a daily basis, because it's a very small environment for a rooster. And talking with him about how we can travel easiest with him in a very small RV. Talking with your animals on the spiritual realm and the physical realm are amazing. Anita, I feel stuck and afraid to go crazy. I am a healer and do not know how to feel better. I have many talents. I do not know what to do. People around me are afraid of things I do. All right, Anita. Oh, I would so follow the advice I just gave to Mary. I would go to the woods, Anita, and I would listen to the trees. That is my first and strongest piece of advice. The second piece of advice, learn automatic writing. You are so plugged in. We're teaching our next course 20 seconds, 10 days from now. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday, automaticwriting.com. Come learn automatic writing. Why? Learn a process that you hear from spirit beyond your thinking mind, Anita. It's the thinking mind that people are afraid of you doing things from. It's the thinking mind that has gotten you in so much trouble. So let's go supra or above the thinking mind. Nothing in the story that I just shared came from a, what will I do? Let me think about it. What's the next thing to do? Let me write down and come up with ideas. No, that's such an old paradigm. This is a paradigm of connecting to spirit and letting spirit tell you some good options. Now you feel into what option feels best. Start a show. Okay, which one? What feels best? That's where I want you to play the game, Anita. And so I would dive into automatic writing for that. And I see your question continues. What can I do right now? How can I sleep better and find stillness and peace? I would start talking with my angels and guides. That's where I would start. And I would start playing some slower music. You know the music I'm talking about. And I would like you to breathe into it and sink to this music. because your mind has a franticness to it. Your mind has I got to take action. I got to do something. What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Where am I going to go? What do I do? Breathe, ground, center. Say like, Alexa, play singing bowls. Bung. Alexa, we've just got an Alexa. Came with the house. Alexa, play meditation music. Let's start imbibing that which calms you. Bobby Brooks. How do I know if my angels are telling me to forgive or just move on? I keep getting 555. Any insight? 555 is the perfect number. 555 is the number of abundance. 555 is a number of oneness. 555 is a number of perfection, of being at one with the universe, but beyond that, of everything working out, being in divine communion with spirit. Are you supposed to forgive? Absolutely. Are you supposed to just move on? After you forgive your own heart. You didn't do anything wrong, but it is this that needs healing, not the outer relationships, Bobby. You can't do anything about it. There's no way to superglue things back together. Not that you'd even want to. But it's about healing the big guy or big gal on the inside and then step forward. But 555 means they're here, they're with you, they're supporting you, and they will be with you every single step of the way, Bobby. All right, Gaia. Michael, please clarify. You're describing going between asking your self-heart what you really want and asking spirit what's right or next. How do we balance or do these both effectively? The heart is plugged into spirit. There is no differentiation at the end of the day. The heart is not a thinking tool. The heart is not brainstorming. The heart is the ultimate receiver and transceiver. Think of the heart as the center of the galaxy, of which all planets, think of a Hubble image, all planets rotate. These are your spirits. These are your angels. These are your spirit guides all around here, circling around your heart, giving messages to your heart. So when you think, I like chocolate, didn't come from you. When you think, I really want to go to Seattle, it didn't come from you. When you wake up one morning in 2004 and say, I'm going to sell all of my racing gear and not do the national championship so that I can ride my bicycle across the country. Wow. I feel a pull at my heart for that. It didn't come from you. So you can ask it to the trees, you can ask it to the angels, you can ask it to your heart. It is the same thing, but you follow, Gaia, you follow the pull on your heart with everything that you got. That's most important. Sometimes it's hard to hear what's on your heart. Stop, go quiet, peel away all the layers of what's not necessary so that you can hear more clearly. And then listen some more. So it's not a balance between heart and spirit. It is all one. It is a journey into the heart or into spirit. Or if I think about speaking or being on both sides of the veil at once, the heart goes inward, which goes outward. It's that giant torus of energy going on. The heart, you could say, is kind of like a black hole, but a good positive one, going inside, which then erupts up and out all around us, back in and up and out all around us, and back in again. You've got this, Gaia. Trust yourself and go for it. The pulls on your heart did not and do not and never will come from you. We all came here wired to hear from spirit, and we almost all came here and got unwired, domesticated, as Don Miguel Ruiz, the Four Agreements would call it, to stop listening to our heart. Our job is a journey back to the heart. Alistair, welcome to the Mystic Circle. So Alistair joined that join button there, which joins the Mystic Circle. Mystic Circle is where I post just about daily videos, updates on what's going on and what's going on with baby Hana, on what we're doing and what we're not doing, and what's working and what's not. And we tend to share everything we can. I tend to share everything I can so that you can follow along on the journey and learn from what's going on with us. So it is a perfect opportunity to see, well, how is Michael getting through this? What are they doing? What's fun? What's Rue up to? How did Rue end up out in the rain? It's light, it's fun, and it's a great way to go on this journey with us and learn from the process. And that's that join button down there. Aaron Wexler. Hey, Aaron. How do you have more fun with writing? How do you look at automatic writing as a game? Question about sending love. My angels told me that I need to send love in a more clean way. Would love to hear how you elaborate in sending love without any low vibe attachments. So, okay. So the first part of this is, how do you have more fun with writing, or looking at automatic writing as a game? I never look at Aaron as automatic writing as a chore. I look at it as an opportunity to hear cool stuff from spirit. So it's how I'm framing it. What are you going to tell me today? What kind of cool stuff do I get to know? And I'll go into automatic writing only as long as it's a joyous experience. So like our School of Mystics, and I want everybody to come join the School of Mystics. And if you're in the School of Mystics, tell everybody else why hopefully it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But with that said, there are so many tools that I give you in the School of Mystics. They're really fun and cool to do. But if you did them all, it'd be a chore. It'd be drudgery. It'd be exhausting. This isn't a game of exhaustion. This is a game where I realized that the computer is not plugged in and it is giving me an emergency notice. Hold on, everyone. Why isn't it plugged in? Hold on. Yes, I'm in beach shorts. Hang in there, everybody. Hang in there, computer. There we go. And ta-da. Whoo! There we go. Aaron, hold on here. Nothing happens by coincidence. Nothing happens by coincidence. I was just about to tell you that what matters most is the energy behind what you're doing. And then the computer said, we're just about out of energy. So when you do an exercise from the School of Mystics and it's fun, your energy's up here. It's awesome. If your energy's down here, or if it feels like work, stop. Now, when you do automatic writing, it will help bring your energy up and up. Do it for that reason. If you feel like it's draining your energy, stop. Good thing about automatic writing, at least if done in moderation, even if you're not getting profound words, it brings your energy up higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. That's where you want to play the game. Don't do it to where it is work. Back off if it is, and then dive in smaller amounts and ask fun questions. Ask fun questions in automatic writing. So, of course, we're teaching a class next week, automaticwriting.com. Come join us. You can ask anything in there and get guidance. Play with it on the fun and light side of things. Now, about sending loves, Angel said that I need to send love in a more clean way. Would love to hear you elaborate on sending love without any low vibe attachments. So if I'm asking for something in return, I'm not going to call it a low vibe attachment. That is plain and simple an attachment. If I say, I love you, Pookie, and I wait and I'm kind of demanding to hear an I love you back, if only you could see what she's... Yeah. Not the first part, not the second part. The first part was a demand. It wasn't love. And yes, we get to have classes on this. And this is something somebody had suggested for our School of Mystics, that we do like a month on love and a month on compassion, a month on other things. I think that could be really fun. And I may well do that coming up on learning really how to play with love and the energy of love. And I don't know if that'll be a February thing. That might even be I don't know. Maybe it'd be a next month thing. I'm excited to feel that one out. Um, True love, really true love, is being able to look at someone who's a real weasel, whatever that means, and just pump up the volume and send them all goodness that you can. You're not asking them to change. You're not asking them to be the way that you want them to be. You're not asking them for anything. That's sending love. Don't ask them to change. Don't ask them to be anyway. No, it doesn't mean. So, love and not contrition, not condonement. What's the word that I'm searching for? Love does not mean you have to agree with their actions. It does not mean I love you and I love what you do. You can love someone and see them for the spiritual being that they are and go, WT flippin' F. What in the world are you thinking? The question is, can you do it from a place of love? And can you do it without trying to change them? That's sending love without attachment. That's the biggest challenge for all of us. But if there is an energetic state changer, it is that sending love without asking for anything in return. Lisa Buckner. If you leave this earth, do you always reincarnate to this earth until you reach a certain level? Or is it possible to just go into another realm? Lisa, that's a decision between you and your spirit guides on the other side. From what I understand, though, is that when we leave, particularly, we check out early and go, that's it. This is the end of the game. I don't want to ever come to earth again. You get to the other side and all of a sudden you wake up to the greater reality and you go, oh, wow. I really want to go back there and fix this stuff. I really want to go back there and learn this stuff. I really want to. And all of a sudden you're back. Not because of karma, not because you did anything wrong, not because of a choice you made or didn't made, but because we choose to come here to learn some really cool stuff. It doesn't always feel it, understatement, in the moment. Ouch, getting kissed by a car. In the moment, you're going, wow, that hurts like a mofo. But you get to the other side and you go, well, I don't know what the experiences are, but angels, guides, or elders help me to have the experiences for the maximum amount of growth I can for my highest good and the highest good of all. This can be fun. Fun? Okay, let's go to a video game. Really seriously. And I know this feels much more serious than a video game. In many ways it is. Many ways it isn't. But you play a video game, and if it doesn't have any risk, if it doesn't have any challenge, then you're not going to want to do it more than once. If you get the high score on the game in the first time, you're done. Oh, that was good. Okay, moving on. If the game was a challenge and you learned from it, you want to do it again. That's what Earth School is. It's fun and it's challenge. And on the other side, you may go, I want to do it again. Do you have to? No. Is it required by law? No. Can you go somewhere else? Yes. Can you go anywhere else? Yes. Will you still want to come back here? This is one hop in time, Lisa, where the energies are accelerating, time is accelerating, everything, just about everything. I guess the days are actually getting, is it a fraction of a second longer? But barring that, just about everything is accelerating. Our sense of time is radically accelerating. Glacier melt, accelerating. What does this mean? It means billions of spirits from all over the known universes and beyond have queued up to come here at this time because it is an exciting time for expansion, for growth, for creativity, and for birthing something new. And Lisa, you chose to come here during this time. And so when you get to the other side, my guess is you're going to choose to come back here and try to rock it even more. So why not rock it now? Rock it now, Lisa, with everything you've got. Thank you, Aaron, for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? I take a few more questions and we're going to dive into a meditation. And we also have the meditation on our meditation channel tonight. Our first meditation is how to connect with your spirit guides. And Aya is going to put the link there so you can grab that link and go visit it later and subscribe on how to connect with your spirit guides. From MB, anything spiritual from crystals to channeling is considered to be evil. Why is all of this considered the devil's work? I'm not a literal kind of guy. I'm more of a metaphorical kind of guy. What if the devil metaphorically means that the mind has lost control? If you read the Bible on one level, it is about going to the heart. It is about letting go of the mind. It is about an inner journey rather than an outer journey. And it is about how the outer journey steers us wrong. If we go on the inner journey, then the God of mind, the parent, the father, has lost control. That's considered the devil's work. When we go to anything in the spiritual realm, channeling, crystals, automatic writing, all of this can be considered the devil's work because the mind will have lost control. The small mind, the greater mind, has now firmly established control. So when somebody says it's the devil's work, it means something or someone is losing control. Life is not a game of control. It is not a game of hold on as tightly as you can, because things will rip and tear. It'll feel really uncomfortable. It is a game completely and totally of letting go of control, hopping onto your favorite water slide, going with that flow, and seeing MBH where it can carry you. Camille, why do empaths attract abusive, narcissistic people? And how do we send love and protect our light from going dim? Camille, empaths are good snack food for narcissists. Why? Well, because we want to help and we want to send love and we want to be good. And clearly we've got something wrong with ourselves. And let me see if I can help and save you. An empath's path, first off, become a mystic. That's what you're meant to be as an empath. An empath is a mystic in latency. Find some freaking boundaries. Hardest thing for an empath to do. Find boundaries, find them fast, Camille. Your job is to stick up for you with everything you've got. Narcissist in your life, adios, amigo. Can't get them out of your life? You put up massive boundaries. Send them love? Can't believe I'm going to say this. No. Not until you learn how to protect your energy. Then we're going to send them lots of love. But until then, what you're doing is connecting strings between you and the narcissist. I don't want you having any more strings. Please come join. Even just join it for a month. Join our School of Mystics. Get the clearing from 2 weeks ago. It's all about cables, cords, strings, and attachments. And you listen to that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and get the strings cut between you and the narcissist. Please, please, please do it. Because nobody has ever helped the planet by bringing their energy down. And narcissists will hoover you dry. Join the School of Mystics, go to 2 weeks ago class. It's a clearing session and cut all the cables, cords, strings, and attachments between you and every narcissist possible. Then and only then, when you're ready, when you feel ready, you send love. Until then, I want you getting the heck out of Dodge. And I am sending you, Camille, so much love. Mary. All right. And we're going to take maybe 2 more questions. Let's see how this goes. I wonder if souls on other planets and other universes go through the same things we go through on Earth. What are their experiences? All right. And hold on here, Mary. Yes. Yeah. We aren't the only life form going through this. We're going through it in our own unique way, Mary. But there are souls on other life, or souls experiencing life in other life forms that are going through the same journey or similar journeys or even radically different journeys. But we are all learning, expanding, and growing. Now, with that said, I want to be careful about levels, Mary, because as humans, we are taught that some are better than others, and a level 1 is better than a level 10, or a level 10 is better than a level 1, or a level polka dot is better than a level plaid. Who knows? I guess if you're into Teslas, plaid is the highest level. With that said, humanity seems to be existing at a pretty low level compared to where is possible. Now, this is story, but this is story that I've heard. It's also a story I've heard from people like Stephen Greer. This is a story I've gotten out of automatic writing. I believe this story to be true, that we're vibrating at a pretty low level where we learn from pain and we learn from discomfort, and that there are many better ways to learn. But as a species, we're not there yet. And so I believe that maybe a certain level in our soul development, we go through, it doesn't have to be humanity, but we can go through other species or other races on different planets where we go through that same level of learning by pain and trauma and drama. And then we evolve and ascend past that, and we learn in other ways. And that there are other species who it's been millions or billions or trillions of years since they've had to learn the way we're learning right now. But for us right now, it is the way it is, as it's supposed to be. And there are beings from other species from around the galaxies, known and otherwise, that are queuing up to be here and learn at this time. I got to say this for humanity. It's a wild, messy, wild ride. It's like playing in the mud. It's kind of taking a flume in Disney World. It isn't pretty, but it is pretty awesome. And so a lot of beings are queuing up for this, Mary. Again, not easy. Nothing about the journey I share tonight do I hope people go, wow, he just had it so easy. Are you kidding me? Or, well, now they've got it all together. It's going to be so easy. Yeah, I would like that. It's apparently not how we learn so far. Yeah, but you, Michael, you've been doing, no. All of us are still learning this way right now. Some of us get the lessons a little faster, or hear things a little bit more clearly, or a little bit more sooner. We're going through the same journey. Moan, what if I don't know who's a part of my spirit team? Totally okay, Moan. Names aren't necessary. Nothing's necessary. Know that there's energy surrounding you. We can call that energy love. We can call that energy spirit. We can call that energy guides. Connect with it. Do something like automatic writing. Join the School of Mystics. Connect with this energy with all you've got. But you don't have to put a name on it. You can. Now, I like to joke, and I say you can call it God, Source, Universe, Jesus, Buddha, Jehovah, and I'm no joke about this, but then I get to the joke, or giant cheeseburger in the sky. And I'm vegan. I love everyone and everything. It doesn't matter. But for myself, I'm not eating the giant cheeseburger. So I joke and I say the giant cheeseburger in the sky. It doesn't matter what you label spirit, higher dimensional beings, ETs. It's still here to support and help you. You can call it in. You can call them in without needing to know their names. Let's go Snoopy for a minute. What's it? Great Pumpkin. You can call in the Great Pumpkin. That's perfect. Of course, now I'm picturing my coyote pumpkin, but you can call in anyone or anything, meaning call in the highest level energy you can and still get assistance. Holy smokes on the and I've got so many donations to thank people for. Karen King has been a member of the Mystic Circle for 5 months. How does it get any better than this? Dharma Cohen, a member for 9 months. Pray we'll all be healed of pain on all levels. I couldn't agree more. Dharma and Georgia Hillstrom, also a member, made a $10 donation tonight. How does it get any better than this? All right, let's see if I can take, there are like 5 more questions. I'm going to take at least 2 of them, which I said a few minutes ago as well. What if I don't know who's doing? Okay, good. How come I never see numbers? I just feel things that come to me, and yes, I write it down. Gary, it's okay if you don't see numbers. Different things come to people in different ways. The downloads come in the way that we hear them best. So if you just feel it and write it down, that's pretty awesome. Don't worry about, well, I never get 555 or 111 or 222. That's not the way that they're speaking to you, which is totally okay. I would just use a lot of gratitude, which I'm sure you do. Things come to you, you write it down, you go, thank you. That's the best thing that you can do. And I'm going to take 2 more. Glenn, I asked my angels guides for assistance. Lately, they're telling me I can do that myself. Your thoughts? I can do it myself. Sounds like ego is getting involved, Glenn. It definitely sounds like ego is getting involved. So if you're doing automatic writing, I would go into the exercise called an ego dump, and I would play with it there. If nothing else, I would write and say, is this my ego? And if so, what does ego have to share with you? And then I would see what I can do to heal these things, to clear these things. We can all use assistance. Now, are angels and guides is going to say, do it on your own? No. Are they, though, going to challenge you to do it with them? Yes. You can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. No matter how much you pray to your angels and guides, if you kick back and you go, angels and guides, I want to win that lottery. If you hear, buy a ticket, that's your angels and guides saying it is a collaborative effort. Kathleen, last question. Is there any possibility my daughter who died 4 years ago, I'm so sorry, Kathleen. I'm so sorry, is the guardian angel to my stepdaughter's baby? Yeah. She's currently pregnant and a med told me she was part of that. Is that possible? Absolutely. So now whether we say that she's an angel, a true angel wings in this, or simply someone who is watching over your stepdaughter's baby, which is a guardian angel, it's semantics. Okay, yeah, there's species called angel and blah, blah, blah. It's not important. Is she? I'm convinced already. Yes, 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 yes. So what does that mean? Write to her, call her in, give thanks, watch the magic take place. On the other side of the veil, she can do so much more than even being here. So is she watching over your stepdaughter's baby? I'm convinced of it. Now, you can do things like automatic writing, or you can simply go into a dream state and talk with her, reestablish the connection with her, and see what she's up to. And you can certainly ask for signs, for symbols, for synchronicities, but she is there with you, and she is there with your stepdaughter's baby. Of this, I am sure. All right, sending much, much love. I am going to drink a little bit more water. We are going to jump into a brief meditation. And again, you can click on over after this meditation and go to a beautiful meditation on connecting with your spirit guides, or you can save it for tomorrow and connect with your spirit guides. Be sure to go on over to our Inspire Nation meditations and click that subscribe button, become a member, and then we'll have more meditations out as well. Oh, I am stopped interviews for about a month. And right now I'm calling it on sabbatical with our baby. I am doing an interview a month right now. And I just did the most amazing interview with Michael Bernard Beckwith of The Secret, of the Agape Center in California. And he is on our show Thursday night. You're gonna want to check that out. A really, really special interview, one I'm exceptionally proud of. That'll be this Thursday night. So you've got a meditation tomorrow. You've got a class. Come join us on Wednesday, the School of Mystics. And then you've got Michael Bernard Beckwith on Thursday. How does it get any better than this? All right, take a sip of water, and we're going to dive into a real brief meditation, because you've got the longer meditation with Inspire Nation meditations. Seven years ago today. 7 years ago. Oh, the ratty clothes I was wearing. Oh, I want you to just sit good and relaxed. Love yourself up for a minute. Put your feet on the floor. Rub your arms on your legs a little bit. Feel yourself moving to and fro in the chair. Kind of get real comfortable in that chair. Taking a nice deep breath. Another nice deep breath. One more nice deep breath. Now, I want to use the power of the group. This is something we do in the School of Mystics each week. Helps amplify our meditations to the max. I want you to imagine that we are all one beautiful, loving, supportive circle here. All family, all ohana, all one. And we're going to make a giant circle of everybody watching this, past, future, and present, by reaching out our hand to the right, connecting with the person next to you, reaching out your hand to the person to your left, connect there. We lean right, we lean left. Inhale right, exhale left. In right, out left. In right, out left. In right, out left. As we continue to breathe and sway, kind of like the pendulum on a grandfather clock, going back and forth, all getting in coherence, all breathing and swaying as one. I want you to imagine there's a beautiful campfire at the center of this circle. It's a campfire of hope. It's a campfire of dreams. It's a campfire where anything, truly anything, is possible. Up near this campfire, there's a tree. And beneath the tree are all of these beautiful, perfect, long sticks. I want you to walk up. You're supported by everybody here. You're feeling the love. I want you to grab one of these sticks. And as you do so, a bag of magic, not mushrooms, magic marshmallows, how's that, appears. These are perfect, organic, no corn syrup, super healthy. I don't know, all vegan, all vegetable, that doesn't sound like fun. But whatever is perfect for you, marshmallows. These are the marshmallows that your dreams are made of. And I want you to take one or two marshmallows. Heck, take a whole handful if you want. And I want you to put them on the end of your stick. As you march over to the campfire, like the movie Big, Tom Hanks, you find yourself getting smaller and smaller, could still be wearing adult clothes, until you're the amazing 7, 8, 9, or 10-year-old version of yourself, the version of yourself where anything is possible, anything can still happen. Any life that you desire is still within your grasp. Go back even further still if you need to. And I want you to go. Sit down right before that fire, that beautiful girl or boy that you are. And I want you to start dreaming. What's possible with my life? What's possible with the years I have before me? What's possible, even in the crazy outside, that I could ever live, do, be, or achieve? Ever live, do, be, or achieve. As you feel this with your heart, feel this with your soul, I want you to look at the marshmallows. And you can either take them off the stick, put them back on, or just charge them up from your heart with the energy of what it is you desire, who it is you desire, what these dreams are that you desire. Wow. That flame before you has changed color. The campfire is no longer a golden flame, but it is the violet blue flame of Saint Germain. The violet blue flame that burns away all that isn't possible, all that cannot be, all that is hindering you, all that is holding you back, all that is keeping you stuck in your place, all that is keeping you from who or what it is for what you desire to do or be. And I want you to reach out your stick with your marshmallow. And as you reach out and you dream of this most amazing, magical future, you let go of the cannots, the would nots, the shouldas, the wouldas, the couldas, the if only I had, the it's too late, the it's impossible, that I can't do it. Any of the negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, or language inside of you that has been holding you back now or since the beginning of your time here on earth. And as you begin to toast, roast, or gently warm, gourmet warming of that marshmallow, let the violet blue flame burn away all of these negativities, all of these impossibilities, all of this ballast and weights that is holding you down or holding you back. As you begin to roast, toast, or warm your marshmallow, you feel that 7, 8, 9, or 10-year-old version of yourself feeling lighter and lighter and lighter still. You feel yourself beginning to glow with an inner flame as well, a golden, brilliant light inside of you. You've seen it once before, but it's been so long, too long, too long. You feel it warming your heart. You feel your insides start to glow. Even with your eyes closed, you see this amazing golden light all around you. It is the golden light of possibility. It is the golden light on who and what you truly are, of the greatness that's inside of you just waiting to come out. And you continue to roast, toast, or warm your marshmallow. And you feel lighter and lighter and lighter still. So light, you almost feel like a feather that could just float up and float away at any moment. If it were not for holding this stick, holding your dreams over this flame, and feeling how much you want them to come true, or something even better. Can you feel the love growing inside of you? Can you feel the lightness, the warmth, the sense of divine, infinite possibilities welling up from a place so deep you dare not even say where? This is your true nature. This is who and what you truly are. This is what you are truly made of. So let's take just one more minute and continue to roast, toast, or warm that marshmallow, and let all of the negative hindrances, blocks, traumas, walls, dramas, any of the weights that are holding you down, Let them be cleared once and for all by the violet blue flame of Saint Germain. So take a minute in the silence now. And now, I'd like you to sense that golden glowing light going brighter and brighter and even brighter still inside of you. This is the flame of hope, the eternal flame of hope, the eternal flame of infinite possibilities, glowing brighter and brighter still inside of you than perhaps it ever has before. It's waking you back up to who and what you are, who and what you were meant to be. The infinite, divine, great, all-powerful version of yourself here in human form, here and right now. And Leah, now I'd like you to look at that perfect marshmallow. Cooked, charred, burned, melted, or whatever it is that is perfect for you. And I'd like you to take that marshmallow of hope and dreams. Careful not to poke yourself with a stick, but you could put it straight in your mouth or pull it off and put it in your mouth. But I would like you to imbibe and partake in that marshmallow. Love that marshmallow up with everything you've got. You've earned it. And as you enjoy this perfect marshmallow, even if you never liked marshmallows before, know that it has just empowered you to help you to soar beyond the wings of Icarus, to soar to a level, to soar to a height beyond which you never even thought possible, to your wildest dreams and beyond. For your highest good and the highest good of all. And it is so. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, universe. Thank you, you. We are all one. You are incredibly great, and you've got this. Now, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? I want you to feel your newfound power this week. I want you to feel your newfound power in all that you do. I love you so, so much. You are so much lighter now. You have no idea. And you have such incredible power and greatness inside of you. I definitely want you to leave notes in the chat how you're doing, or in the comment how you're doing. You are going to float and fly now. And you can come back here and do this meditation anytime you desire to get lighter and lighter still and see yourself attracting a future to you even greater than you ever, ever, ever thought possible. Truly, how does it get any better than this? Do join us for our next meditation in our Inspire Nation meditations. Do join us for our School of Mystics this Wednesday, 4 Wednesdays a month. Be sure to do all the past classes. We've got the Wave of Peace. You've got to dive into the Wave of Peace. We've got the how to open your third eye. You've got to do that. Most importantly, the clearing. You need to do that. Come join us for Michael Beckwith on Thursday as well. I love you guys so, 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 so much. Thank you to all of the members of our dream team, Monique, Carol, Aya, everyone in the Philippines, Anne, Jessica, Francesca, Nico, Bavik, and so many more. I love you guys so, 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 so much. Baby Hana, Rue, Meowsers, Lumi, Lovebug. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Thank you and thank you. Love you guys so, 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 so much. Oh, there we go. 444. How does it get any better than this? All right. Have the most beautiful evening ahead and keep on shining bright.